Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Well, Ethereum did quite an impulsive dive here yesterday or overnight. I'm quite happy with it, I must be honest with you, because as you might know, I talked about that I think in a few videos, made the channel members aware when we were at around 1620. I closed two of my Ethereum positions, two of my long positions, and I was and am ready for this wave 2 correction, right? So I'm waiting now to scale in more. Already started to scale in earlier today a little bit with a smaller position, because for me it's all about scaling out in resistance areas and scaling back in support areas, first with smaller quantities and then with larger quantities as we go lower and hit critical support areas. This obviously was a rather small position. Nevertheless, I think we've now hit critical support. My primary assumption is we will go lower, but let me talk you through first where we were yesterday. Here we had a few options. So in yesterday's video, I showed you here that all of this can still be a wave 4 and we can still expect a move up in a fifth wave, even though not guaranteed, and it's getting more risky because with this high here on the Friday, Ethereum could have put a 5 in, a wave 5, right? So without a problem, you can count this, even though also here this is not ideal, but this is what it is sometimes. Ethereum can have put a wave 5 in, so you can count it like that. And then based on that, we would now be in wave 2. But it was not invalidated yesterday. It still isn't invalidated, the other scenario that we can still look at a possible fifth wave. This is still possible. Let me tell you that this is still possible. And why is it still possible? Well, we had a couple of options yesterday. We had the first option that this here could unfold as a triangle, but I told you that in an Elliott Wave triangle, we need to stay above this swing low here at 1504. Now, this obviously didn't happen, so the triangle option is not valid. However, this can still just be an A, B, C or WXY. In this scenario, this wave 4 would have to be in now, because a drop below 1460 would make a wave 4 very, very unreliable, very unlikely. Now we've dropped briefly below that level, which doesn't fully invalidate it. It doesn't invalidate it, but it makes it unlikely. Nevertheless, we recovered and are now back above 1460, so I won't completely rule out that we can still rally in a fifth wave, but it's not the primary expectation anymore. The primary expectation is now that wave 1 was already in. So if I move those back to the left hand side here, the wave 4 was therefore in here on the 2nd of November, and the wave 5 of 1 was in here. And as far as I see it now, we have here a 3-wave structure, A, B, C. This could be already the C wave that's going to complete wave 2. A bit skeptical about this. Always bear in mind that wave 2 can use all of this space, could go down to $1,300. And the wave C can extend as well, or this could just be the wave A, there will be a wave B counter reaction, and we come down in a deeper wave C, just to show you here how that could look like. All of this could be a wave A, a 3-wave structure, a larger B wave in a flat pattern, for example, and then coming down in C. This is absolutely possible because the wave 2 can go all the way down to around $1,300. Just move that to the left hand side because this is now becoming relevant. As you can see, we've actually hit support area for wave 2. The support I told you yesterday, the first support. So and because we did that, I think I'm going to, I'm not going to take the wave 4 support area off the chart, but I leave it to the left because it can confuse people now, but this is now the primary expectation. So we did reverse here in this area, yes, and now we come down lower, and this could be over technically, but I don't think it is, because there is no real reversal signal. So let me zoom in. We can try to label here the C wave. I think this is A, B, C. WXY would not be my first option, because we come down quite impulsively. So if we label the subwaves of the C wave, That might give us a bit of a clue. We're looking for 5 waves down in a C wave. So here we had wave 1 and 2. This here was then wave 3, and this could be wave 4, and there should be one more wave 5 down in a 5th wave. First of all, let's take a look at how high wave 4 might go. So this 4th wave should not exceed, let me just make that a bit larger here, zoom in a bit. And bear in mind that this move here has not changed anything in the long term or in the medium term bullish outlook for ETH. It just means we're already further ahead in the chart than, you know, we had yesterday on the chart as possibility still, even though obviously I recognize this possibility here and warned you that the high could have been in already on Friday, which is why strategically, and there's always where you need to think about risk management and strategy, why I already took profits on Friday and made you all aware. But the 50% Fibonacci retracement at 1507, this is what we should not go above in the 4th wave. So I can give you a small resistance area here on the chart. So obviously we've reached the 38.2% level already. We now need to be on high alert that we could come down from here, because this is the ideal level for a wave 4. There is currently no sign of, you know, stopping though. So I think the 50% level is important. Going above that would make me consider something different, maybe a 1-2-1-2, maybe that this is already over. Don't think so really. The evidence that we will go higher will not really be there, or a strong indication would be, let's say it like that, a strong indication would be a move above this wave 2 high, which is at 1575, and then at 1608. Those would be indications that either the wave 3 has already started. That should be a really, really bullish move though. So if I need to go to the 4-hour chart for that. If I go to the 4-hour, and then that this wave 3 has already started, that would be quite a strong, let's say, move though, because it would be the wave 3, right? So yeah, this is now getting interesting. We're now in wave 2 support area, or we touched it for the first time really. So in the end, you know, we've been waiting for the wave 2, and we might be there already a little bit earlier, even though I can't rule out that this was still the wave 4 and we're now heading higher in wave 5, of 1. Can't rule that out, but it has shifted from primary to secondary scenario. So as I said to you yesterday, there is not a bullish and a bearish scenario here on the ETH chart at the moment, at least not. They are both bullish. One is more bullish, the other one is the one is more short-term bullish, the other one gets a deeper retracement before it moves up in wave 3. So that's where we are. There is nothing bearish on this chart until we drop below $1,000. I can only repeat that. And personally, I will use the current phase to scale in again. And again, there might be one more leg down, and then I will scale in more, and then I will see if there is just a wave B counter reaction, or if it's already the wave 3 going to the upside. And based on that, I will then take it further. So yeah, that's looking good at the moment, or looking interesting at least. We have no sign of bottoming out yet, I have to say that, right? Yes, there is a bit of a reversal pattern here on the 4-hour, but there is no real sign yet. What would be the signs? I said to you those levels first, but then also a 1-2 setup. So on a lower time frame, I would want to see 5 waves up and 3 waves down. Now it's way too early to say that. At the moment, this looks like 3 waves, even though it's not entirely clear. Probably would have to go even lower in the time frame, but A, B, C maybe here in wave 4. We've hit resistance now, could push a bit higher, but then ideally we come down in the 5th wave. So let's see. But that's my update about ETH. Again, nothing bearish on the chart. I can give you a target for the 3rd wave now, even though we haven't probably bottomed yet in wave 2. But let me still give you a target for the 3rd wave, just to give you a rough idea where we might land. Allows you to calculate your, let's say, reward to risk. So we have to start the fibs at around 1190, 1195. So just roughly here. So go to the high now, which was at around 1675, and we go to the, well, I don't want to go to the current low. Let's go a little bit lower, maybe 1360. And the target for the 3rd wave would then be around $2,140 US, maybe even a bit higher. possibly all the way up to 2,300. Bear in mind, this is only the third wave of the third, and this depends a little bit on how low we really go in the wave 2. And there will be obviously the wave 5 pushing higher all the way up to $3,000. So it is interesting at the moment, yeah. Okay, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.